What's up, everybody? Today we're going to do something a little bit different and talk about everyday carry guns. This is my carry gun. It's the Staccato CS. I decided to start carrying this just because I've shot 2011s for several years and I'm a big fan of them. I figured if I've spent so much time on the platform, I might as well carry one. You know, why carry something that you don't shoot all the time? So in the hands, this feels a lot like my competition guns. It's a little smaller, but it basically feels the same. So shooting it is similar. Uh, it is snappy. It's a very lightweight gun and little small in the hands. So I see video reviews and people talk about how soft and flat these things are and how it's just like shooting a big gun. And it's really not. I think my front sight's coming out. Anyway, it's definitely snappier. It does shoot flat. The slide's really light. It's fast, but it's a little snappy. I don't necessarily mind snappy in my guns. Like a lot of my full-size guns, like the 5-inch with the bull barrel, like I put a shock buffer in them to shorten the stroke up and lighten up the slide, and kind of like running lighter bullets, all to help speed the gun up and make it feel more snappy because they almost feel sluggish. They're so soft. This gun is definitely more violent than a full-size 2011. You can see I've done a few upgrades to it. What I'd like to do is a video kind of comparing the stock part to the upgrade to see if it is actually helping me any. We've got this plastic mag well. It'd be nice if it was aluminum, but I don't know, it's all I could find. I've got this flippity thumb rest on the side that allows it to conceal into it inside the waistband holster still when it folds up, but then deploy and give me somewhere to put my thumb. It's comfortable. I like how it feels. I don't know if it's really helping me or not, but it feels like it does. I did modify this so that it won't lock the slide back. Like even if I want to, I can't lock the slide back. And I did that so that I won't accidentally lock the slide back when it's really important, like be under a lot of stress and push onto this thumb rest more than I want to and lock that slide back, which can happen. I also have the flashlight TLR7A. The optic is a 507 comp. It's got the DPM recoil spring in it. The stock spring is fine. Like I was surprised with this gun at just how lightly sprung they are from the factory. This is probably a little heavier than factory. Most of your compact guns are really heavy sprung and hard to manipulate. In this, you can just use a couple fingers on the slide and manipulate it. The gun itself is built good. The fit is good. Like everything's really tight. The grip texture I like. If it was a competition only gun, I'd probably want a little more aggressive. I'd probably just throw some vicious grip tape on it or something. It'd be cool if you could get a metal grip for these, but you can't, or at least not that I've found. I'd probably make that upgrade just because they're nice. I haven't found anybody that sells an extended extended mag release either. I don't necessarily need one, but if you do, like they don't exist, the best I can tell. This gun has the fancy flat trigger and the black barrel, which they look cool. That's probably about all you're getting out of that. I don't really think it matters at all from a performance standpoint. So far I've shot a few thousand rounds through the gun. I have had a few hiccups, mostly magazine related and really related to me monkeying with the magazine, trying to make it USPSA legal and get it into the 140 millimeter gauge, and use the little thin followers that no one really makes upgrades for these. So I was kind of doing it myself. I have found a combination that gives me 21 rounds in the mag. It seems to work, but there was some hiccups along the way. I'll do another video on the magazine setup probably. Besides that, the only other problem I had was a few light strikes, and they were only with reloads and only with a certain primer. Like their primers from Argentina, they're kind of hard. They're also hard to seat, so it's possible they were slightly high, and that's why they didn't light. I threw in a Dawson extended firing pin, and after that, all of the rounds I shot worked fine with those primers. I have another 5,000 of those primers to use because they're cheap, but I haven't used them in several months, so I'm just assuming that it's going to work. Worst case, I'll just use those primers in the bigger guns. I did notice that the mainspring in this is kind of light. My full-size guns have heavier springs, and they'll light rifle primers if I want them to. I've got a comp for it. It's not on here now. That bumps you to open. But like this, I could run it in limited optics or IDPA carry optics, or throw the comp on it for IDPA carry optics too. We'll do some testing with that and testing all these upgrades to see what's actually helping and what isn't. But so far I like the gun. It shoots well. It's like I said, it's a little snappy, but I can shoot it almost as well as my full-size competition guns. It's a little, I'd say it's a little harder. You have to work a little harder to shoot it well, but it's close. It's closer than any other carry guns I've had. You know, I usually take any carry gun I get, I take it to a match and shoot it. And then I can kind of tell, based on how I finish and knowing about where I would finish with my proper gear, if I'm not competitive with it, then like I'm losing performance, and why carry a gun that I can't perform with? I'm sitting here playing with the safety. The safeties are nice and positive on this. The grip safety works. It doesn't take much to like deactivate it. I can't remember if I messed with this or not, honestly, but like right there, like you barely push it in and it'll deactivate, so I don't have any problems with my grip messing with the grip safety. I think that's it. If you got any questions, hit me up and maybe I can address it in a future video. I do plan to do a series of videos on this gun and how it's doing.